All right, g'day there. Here we have a bit of an intro into Sea to Sky 2018. I'm standing at the top of a hill here on the beach, overlooking the beach race circuit. So you can see the excavator over there doing some work. On this side of that is a rock garden. Not a bad rock garden, similar to what we saw in the prologue track in Romaniacs. Not quite as hard though, the rocks are a little bit smaller and there's multiple lines through there, unlike the Romaniacs one that was pretty full on. In the background over there you can see some tyres on a downhill. You go around the berm at the back and then come over the top and down those tyres, and it goes into a pit. Goes through some S's through the rock garden, and you blast along the beach here, and then there is a jump. You can see the rocks down there, and that's over a gap. I'll chuck a photo in to show you there. It's a gap jump with like a channel. Then you land at the base of this hill here that I'm standing on. Doesn't look steep, but it's full 45 type angle. And then you come up the top of the hill here, and you run down around through this bunting, back down onto the beach, go around some around some fences, back up onto this, back down the other side of this hill, around the back onto the beach, over to the end of those fences and things that you can see there. And then from the end of the fences, you run all the way down the beach, off like a ski jump drop off, through over these mounds. In between the mounds there are holes, and those holes are below the level of the ocean, so they're full of water. The last one up here after those logs on the face of it, the hole's got all rocks and stuff in it down there near the excavator. Then you run around a big berm around the back and you're back onto the start of the beach course. So Kemur, Turkey is a pretty interesting place. It's a gorgeous place. Interestingly, it is chock-a-block full of Russian tourists. We're some of the only English speakers in the entire town. Kemur to Russia is like Bali to Australia, from what I can gather. So have a look here. You can see someone paragliding over there. There's heaps of water sports and everything on the beach. Beautiful where the mountains meet the sea. And if we have a bit of a look around, you can see it is just spectacular. And beautiful mountains. So the race itself comprises of 4 days racing. So on Wednesday we do the beach race here. On Thursday there is the forest race. The forest race is in those hills around the base there. You sort of race around there and back. On the Wednesday, on the Friday we do the canyon race. The canyon race starts off here somewhere and it runs all the way through the forest, and then it goes up the canyon between these two mountains here. There's a big canyon in there. And you go up and race right around the back and come back. And of course the final day, which is the true Sea to Sky race, you start on the beach. I'm not sure, but I think it's somewhere down over there. You race all through the forest like you do on the first day, up the canyon, around the back of this big mountain here, and then you race up to the top. And that peak that you can see on the very top there, which is about 2.4 kilometers high, that is the top of Mount Olympus, and that's the end of the race. So everybody's starting to arrive into town today. We've seen Wade Young, had breakfast with Wado and Kirsten Landerman. Wade's here instead of racing the WESS event in England basically on Sherco team orders, because Sherco don't want to support the West because the West is all just part of KTM. So a bit unfortunate for Paul Wado, because he was sitting third in the West at the moment. So he's been basically team orders. You're not racing this event and you're coming down to Turkey instead. So, but he loves the race though. He loves Sea to Sky. It's a pretty interesting event. It's the cool thing about it is that the race headquarters, which is just over there, is where we're staying, and it's a 5-star resort. And it's a full-blown 5-star resort, like bar next to the pool and all that sort of stuff. So you basically go racing for the day, cruise back to your resort and jump in the pool and have a beer. So it's quite novel. And I don't know, for us that aren't really racing at the pointy end of proceedings, that's a pretty cool way to go racing. So anyway, this is the first instalment. I'll try and catch some people and do some videos and do some videos along the way on the various days. So welcome to Sea to Sky.